definitely a different video. But yo, what's going on, you guys? It is CJ Brand, and we are back once again with a brand new tech review video, something like that. But if you guys have been following the channel, you guys know I recently went ahead and dropped a video in regards to me using the Canon C50, but also said that I was going to be shooting a festival called Black Wall Street 314, which actually takes place June the 27th, which is Saturday, which is literally less than 24 hours away. So this video right here is basically going to be about what gear I am going to be bringing and pretty much why I'm bringing it. Just want to help out, you know, those creators and photographers and videographers that may have certain questions on like what gear they potentially should bring. Now, I'm going to be shooting pretty much from 11 a.m. all the way to 7 p.m. So I got a lot of gear that's coming with me. And on average, if you're only doing like probably like 4 hours, 5 hours, you technically really don't need all of this. But then again, some people still would be like, you know, hey, why not? So let's go and get into today's video. Let's go and start breaking down some of this gear that I am going to be bringing with me. When you are filming, you know, a festival or any type of event, you got to have a camera, right? Now, I'm going to be bringing, like I said, potentially 4 cameras, which technically the other 2, they're just like, if everything fails, we'll have some type of content. Really 5 now, I'm thinking about the iPhone. But basically, my main 2 cameras is going to be the Canon C50, but then also the Canon R5. Now, you guys already know, if you guys have been watching the channel, I've personally been using the Canon R5 pretty much since it came out. This has literally made me tons and tons of money. I'm talking about like literally well over 7 figures. This is it. Like I really, man, this is my baby right here, right? We got a long, you know, journey and everything. But basically, I'm bringing this camera with me because, like I said, I'm going to be doing both photo and video work. And the Canon R5 is still a great camera, especially coming into the year of 2026, even going into 2029, bro. I literally would jump that far. And the reason why I can do that is because this right here has 45 megapixels for the camera sensor. So therefore, I mean, when it comes down to taking photos, especially if I'm far away and I'm trying to, like, you know, let's say snipe somebody or whatever, that was probably a bad, you know, bad term, but I got banned from TikTok literally for using camera words. It was kind of diabolical, but you know what I mean? Like, you know, if somebody is super far away and I want to, you know, zoom in to capture that image, having that 45 megapixel push is basically going to be able to, you know, ensure that I'm going to still have that good quality. Also, on top of that, they do got that photo bump mode up too, where I can literally bump it up to like 400 megapixels, but I won't be using that at all. It is mainly for, you know, 45 megapixels. Now, the other camera that I am going to be bringing, like I said, strictly for video work is going to be the Canon C50, which that's what I'm currently filming on right now. It's my brand new butter as well, man, right? Now, the Canon C50, you guys already know, it's a 32.5 megapixel sensor, especially for photos. I don't take photos on the C50 as much because it's a video first, you know, camera. But if you do need to go in and take photos on the camera, you can clearly do that for sure. Mainly, I'm going to be using it for the 7K video resolution that it does have. The camera can go ahead and shoot in open gate mode as well. But for the festival, since I am going to be there literally from 11 a.m. all the way to 7 p.m., I'm not going to be able to shoot in open gate for the entire event, just because the battery life on the C50 really does suck. And I really don't want to kill the V-mount battery I'm going to be bringing with me either, you know, that soon. So I'm thinking about really just filming it probably anywhere between like probably 1080p to 2K, because I mean, you know, hey, it's going to be compressed anyway, so they won't know. Be quiet. But otherwise than that, you know, the Canon C50 is just a versatile camera. You know, if I need to go ahead and get both clips, you know, a vertical video, I can do that, simultaneous record mode. It's just really the most ideal camera that I can personally bring. Now, the next camera I'm going to be bringing, and like I said, this is just like, you know, just because I may need to use it type stuff. This right is going to be the DJI Nano. Now, this is a camera right here that it's basically like a little fun size camera, right? And the whole time I may just be using this for my personal content, just, you know, I can take you guys around. I may even make a vlog, you know, on how I actually film the Black Wall Street 314 festival, you know, me, you know, giving commands to our team that we're going to be having, because I'm the media coordinator. So that's going to be really an important role. And that's pretty much what this camera may be used for a whole time, now that I'm thinking about it, because it's really just a small size, you know, compact action camera that's really, you know, it can do good content for like YouTube, because I literally use it for for my YouTube channel before when I made the review for it. So it may be one of those. And I also may give this like to like the event organizer itself to have him walk around and interact with, you know, different people, so we can have multiple different angles when it comes down to actually making an actual highlight video itself. Now let's go and look at the last camera that I second to last camera that I ain't gonna be bringing. And honestly, this is, I guess, what you can consider a camera, but this right here is gonna be the DJI Flip drone. Right now, tomorrow it is supposed to be raining, but it's also supposed to be cloudy outside, so I don't think that I will be able to use it, but I will bring it just to be on the safe side. But then again, I don't know, because I really don't like to bring everything with me, you know, when I go on shoots in general. But I mean, having a drone, I mean, why wouldn't you want to bring one? We're going to be outside. It's literally an entire, well, probably 2 blocks of a you know, strip that's going to be blocked off. We're going to have tons of vendors, tons of people out there. I think we estimate around like 10,000 people literally each year. I've been working with them since 2023, and it's like every year it gets bigger and bigger. I run a social media campaign, it gets bigger. So I mean, hey, we really don't know what's going to happen, but I'm thinking about bringing a drone. I only have 1 battery for it because I really don't do a lot of drone work, even though I should. But this is like literally like my 5th drone that I purchased, and this is like the longest time like I've actually held a drone, because normally I'll just buy it, use it, but hey, you know, it's like a quick little $400 or $500 on my shelf. Let's go ahead and sell it, man. But yeah, we'll be bringing this DJI Flip drone. As you guys can see, I do not have that fancy one where it has a screen on there, so I gotta, you know, hook my phone up to it. So we'll think about doing that, but I doubt it. Who knows? But let's go ahead and put this to the side, because that is all we do have for cameras technically, unless you guys want to count the, you know, nifty iPhone, which I mean, this right here, I won't be using it. This is going to be my communication device for the entire event. Literally, I'm just going to be talking to the team on my phone, either, you know, call or even text. And we may even have some walkie-talkies. I don't know, but yeah. Now putting on the camera to the side, let's go move over to the next selection, which is going to be, of course, you know, my lenses. What are we going to be using? Now I'll tell you guys real quick. I'm bringing 2 Canon cameras. Y'all know the RF mount is closed. I got EF options. There's cheaper options, but you know, yeah, I know how it is, bro. So I got a couple different, you know, solutions for the event itself. But the very first lens we are going to be bringing, this right here is going to be the Sigma 70-200 EF mount lens. Now, bro, I got a story about this lens right here. So this lens right here, I've been looking for like a 70-200 because it was like I needed something that would be able to grab those, you know, longer shots, and I really didn't want to spend no $3,000, right? So I'm like, okay, Sigma gotta have something, which they got 2 versions of these lenses for the EF mounts, or Canon cameras in general. This one right here is the newest one, and this one brand new is running about like $1,800 to $1,700. You can get it used for like $900. But just doing like a quick little Google search. Now I'm in St. Louis, right? I found this lens at a pawn shop located in Indiana for literally $759, I believe so. And literally, bro, it's like in good condition. Like the only thing that this thing is missing is literally the front face right here. It even came with the actual traveling case, or the case that comes with the lens itself. And that's it, bro. Like I was like, no, this is dope. Like it literally looks brand new and everything. But like I said, I paid $700 something for it. And I mean, it was like a quick little 4-hour drive. But I mean, why wouldn't you drive 4 hours to go ahead and pick up a lens that's literally half off and it's still brand new? So of course, you know, when I got down there, I tested out the photos look great on here. There's no color shifts in here at all. But I mean, only downside about this lens is that this thing right here is super heavy. That's literally it. So I don't know what we're gonna do with it, because ideally I cannot use this on the C50 because it has no IBIS, so I'm literally gonna be wobbling. But then also on top of that, I'm trying to figure out if we do use this for photos, how is that going to match with the well, not the C50, but the R5, because this is a heavy lens. But we're going to figure that all out. I'm just going to bring it with me just in case. 9 times out of 10, I don't think we will use it, but 10 out of 10, we probably will use it. But let's go over to the next selection. Put this all together real quick. Now, the next lens option I'm going to be bringing is going to be, of course, this is my favorite lens ever. This right here is going to be the Sigma 35mm f1.4. Now, this lens right here, I'm debating about a whole bunch of things, right? Because I know me personally on the C50, I'm not going to be using a 35mm, but for my secondary shooter, I'm thinking about giving him literally the 70-200 plus a 35mm to go ahead and do photos, which I think that should be good enough. And I will say this, I kind of do wish that I would have, instead of buying this lens, I wish I would have bought me like a 24-70 lens, just because it's more versatile in this, you know, obviously lightweight. Now, besides just having these two right here, the next ones we are going to be bringing is going to be the 28-70 lens. And this is a Canon lens, very budget friendly STM lens. Bro, this lens right here has changed the game for me personally. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I said, I've been shooting on the, you know, the Sigma 1.4 for the longest. I know the color grade on this. I know how to, you know, work the camera settings on here. But when I got this right here brought me a lot of different challenges. But honestly, bro, this is legit. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. After I realized, you know, this doubled my settings from the 1.4 to the 2.8, literally double everything. And the color grade is going to be the same, you know, it was dope. But most important, I really like the versatility that this lens does have, because it's a 28-70 millimeter lens, and it just really works for a lot of my shoots now versus a 35. Like, the 35 is great for cinematics, but when I really need to have like that versatile shooting range, this right here is the lens I will be using, which is a 28-70 from Canon. Now, I'll say this: if I didn't buy the 70-200, I definitely would have purchased another one of these, which I should have done that, but yeah. Now, the very last lens we are going to be bringing, this right is going to be the Tokina 11-16 millimeter lens. Now, this right here is an APS-C lens, but it functions well for a 16 millimeter. Now, this is a 2.8 lens as well, and it does have I do have an ND filter for this, which I most likely will have to use, just because I know this is going to be super bright. But this is going to be used for like getting those crowd shots and pretty much like that open, you know, that wide angle shot that you'll need to have, you know, whenever it's a lot of stuff going on. So these are the 4 lenses that I will be bringing with me, and I think that should be pretty decent, bro. Like, yeah. So let me know what you guys think about the lens selection. Now, for audio, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro, it is gonna be just a bit of overkill. I really don't care, right? Now, I'm gonna be bringing a bunch of DJI products, right? Now, these right here is literally just duplicates, right? So I got 2 DJI Mic 3s, which I'm currently filming right now on, which is a Mic 3 audio, and then we also have the 2 minis as well. Now, the reason why I'm bringing 4 sets is because, one, I need to have one for myself, right? But also on top of that, we do have a couple of different media volunteers that are going to be coming, but then also my partner is going to be there as well to help film and, you know, shoot videos or photos. So I want to make sure I have enough audio for everybody to use, just in case of somebody self-die. I do not want nobody to produce, like, give me a video using their raw, like, I don't want to hear no camera audio, right? I want to hear professional graded audio. Now, for me personally, using the C50, as you guys know, we do have this top handle right here that came with the camera itself. So therefore we have these XLR ports. So I will be filming with this as well. But for my audio solution, I will be using the Sennheiser MKE 600 microphone. And so far I've been using this a lot lately, and it's, I ain't gonna lie, this is definitely a decent microphone. The mount that I do have for it actually did recently just break, unfortunately, but you know, we got the mount that came with the camera, but kind of lost it. Or I lost the screws, what I will say, because I didn't think I was really gonna use it. One downside about this microphone is that it is powered by a freaking AA battery, and I kind of wish that it would just charge by itself versus actually being, you know, use like the AA battery. But I guess it truthfully is what it is, honestly. I think that's pretty much all we are going to be bringing in regards to this shoot right here. Like I said, I got, you know, decent cameras. Not even decent. I think the cameras are going to be blown out the water, honestly, for the type of content that we are going to be shooting. But then also on top of that, from my audio solution, I literally have backups for literally every possible solution, you know, that's going to happen. So if the MKE dies, guess what? We could pop one of the minis on, or the Mic 3s. If one of these dies, I got literally more. And same exact thing goes for the volunteers that are going to be showing up as well. And I think that's pretty much all that we really do need. Like I said, to another side, we do have ND filters that we are going to be bringing, which, let me grab the ND filter, which this is the ND filter I do have. This is the main one that I will say that I do have. Now, all of my ND filters do come from Canon Concepts, but this is the one that I most recently just bought that is supposed to be for this 70-200 lens, because it's an 82 millimeter thread. But I was like, nah, I said I'm gonna use it because this right here has both. It is a CPL, but then also on top of that, it is a ND itself in here. So I think this is definitely gonna be perfect. You guys can go to see, you know, that's that sunglass, you know, for your glasses and everything. But yeah, I'm gonna be bringing this, and I think I'm gonna be using it myself. I do have some little cheaper ones as well. This right here was cheap too, like less than $100. So I mean, this is what we're gonna be using to make sure that we, you know, ain't overexposed and stuff. So it's a lot of thought process that's been put into this. I still gotta go ahead and find, you know, the perfect charging solution. Like I said, I got less than 24 hours. It's literally 9:33 right now, bro. Like I think I'm playing. It's literally 9:33. Like, your boy in the time crunch, but it is what it is, man. I just want to hop on real quick and make this quick video, show you guys what I'm going to be bringing to the Black Wall Street 314 Festival. You know, so I can go ahead and film in. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Do you guys think that I'm bringing way too much for a 2-person shoot, or do you think I'm not bringing enough at all? You probably want to ask yourself, well, ask me as well, what kind of bag am I bringing? I got that Peter McKinnon 35-liter bag, but I don't have anything, you know, for separation. So I'm really not going to show you guys that bag because it looks a hot mess. But all I can say is stay tuned, because we are going to be dropping another video in regards to how we're going to be rigging up the Canon C50, man. But we'll see you guys in the next video. And until next time, peace.